Now, in this video, we are going to change the background of the entire application. Right now, for the visibility, it is not great. It is so bright. So we are going to change the background to some sort of darkness for dark mode effect. Then we will match the texts to be visible on the dark mode. Then we will going to create the main heading of the application. That is basically the welcome message. Then after that, we're going to create the navigation buttons. Right now, we are able to navigate by switching the router names via the URL, and that is not great. So we are going to introduce the buttons that will help us to navigate or shift through the different pages. Now, without wasting time, let us go and do so. Okay. So, this is our application, and as you can see, this is how it is. For us to access the update page, for example, we have to write it the router names, the router path names on the URL, and then so that we may be able to access different pages. If we want to access the create page, we have to write it manually on the URL and then click enter. So we are going to fix that. We are going to make that one easier for the users so that they can just click the buttons. Now, let us go and implement that. Now, we are going to make the dark mode effect first. So we're going to this index.html. Then from inside it, we can create a class, Tailwind class, and then we can say bg gray 900. That's okay. Then we can, on top here on the HTML tags, we can say h to be full, like that, and then we save and see what starts happened. Now you can see the page is dark. Now we are going to make these contents have a different text for clearer visibility, and then drag them towards the center. Okay, so let's do that. We are going back to the main layout.view. We are going to do away with these placeholder names. Now we are going to create a main div, like a container, and then inside it we can place our title, h1, and we can say welcome, like that. And then we can introduce another div that will carry our navigation buttons. So we can create the buttons, button one for the add contact that directs us to the add contact page. So we can say add contact, that, and then another button should be directing us to the contact page, which for this case is going to be the home page. So contact, like that. Okay, so we're going to activate the auto format from the view. If you installed the extensions that I requested initially, it will be helpful whenever you're writing your Vue application and try to save. It will automatically format the appearance of your code. Now, you have created two buttons, add contact and then contact. The add contact will direct you to the create page where you can be able to add the contacts, and then the contact button will direct you back to the home page where all the contacts are listed. Okay, so we can just make them appear great. So inside of this main div, we can put the text to be white for clearer visibility. Let's see, you can see welcome, add contact, and then contact. These are the buttons, 2 buttons. We're going to style them and place them on the center of the page to appear more great. Okay. Now we're going to style our H1. Let's style our div first. Our main container should be having a class property of flex. Okay, and then flex should be column. Flex should be column. Sorry for that. Flex should be column, and then the width should be full, and then items should be placed at the center. Items should be placed at the center, like that. Our H1 has to look nice, so you can introduce a class, and then you can put the text to be somehow bigger. So we're going to go with 3XL, and then the font, we're going to go with the bold one. Margin top, we're going to go with around 5 pixels, 5, like that. Text color is already set. That's okay. We can go to the buttons. So we want our add contact button to be somehow green. So we're going to change some colors. So background, we can put it green, around 600, there. And then font should be around semi bold. That's okay. Margin right is going to be about 5 or 3. 3 is not bad. And then should be rounded. The corners should be rounded. And then padding on the y-axis should be around 2. And then padding along the x-axis should be around 4. Okay. Yeah, like that. You can save. And then these same properties, we can just copy this class all the way, then introduce it to this another button. But the background for this one, we're going to change it to blue. Paint around 800, like that. And then we can save on that and go and see our. Now, this is how our page is. You can see there is a welcome, add contact button. Okay, and this, we are currently on the create page. So if we try to navigate to the back to the updates, you can see the update message is showing right there. When we try to go back to the home page, we can go to that. You can see it is right there. Now, instead of us navigating using the URL, we are going to navigate by clicking the buttons. Okay, so how are we going to implement that? Let's see. So we are going to go to our buttons, and then instead of button, we can use the router link. This is a built-in of Vue.js, so this will help us navigate through the pages. So we're going to write the router link instead of, sorry, we can select this one and then Control D, and then change to router link, router dash link. Okay, and the same should apply on the contact button. So Control D, and then change to router link, and then you can save on that. Check, still the same thing. Okay, I think we should add some margin top over here. Class margin top going to be around 5. That's okay. Now we are going to introduce the path that we want to direct whenever we click our router link. Okay, whenever we click this add contact, we need to be directed to the create page, and whenever we click this contact router link, will direct us to the contacts, which will be inside our home page. So for the add contact, we are going to introduce property true, sorry, like that, and then the router that we created that directs us to the create page, so it is create, like that. And then for the contact page, that will be definitely home, so true, and then home, which is represented by the slash, like that. Then we can save on that. Now pay attention to this. Whenever I click to add contact, you can see it is directing us to create page. Whenever I click to contact, you can see it redirects us to the home page. That's perfect. Okay, now that's it.